is great! I love it! Here we go, baby. I'm going to help you be successful. That's my job. Believe it. I've been doing this 27 years. That's a fact. Disney ESPN ain't going to help you because none of them know the right side. Trust me, they know nothing. Let's kick their ass. They don't know a damn thing about handicap. And I'm coming after you, Disney. I'm the guru. I am Sportsguru.vegas. That name was earned by picking winners. That's how it works. Make no mistake, I'm here to win. Good afternoon, gurus. Welcome to my show, Sports Guru Vegas. Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the greatest city in the world. Welcome, gurus. So yesterday a little bit better. We hit one of the round robins, and the other one we lost. Now that's true odds. So that's actually an advantage to betting the round robin on a day like yesterday when the one of the round robins wins and the other loses every game. In addition, we did have we won our Florida bet. At least that was our best bet. Today, we don't really have one. I think I'm going to release 2 round robins today, and I like one of them. I'll talk about that when we do the game. So, again, we're still there are a couple neutral site games starting in conference tournaments this weekend, for today. So that's going to start becoming more of a theme than as we go. And again, there's more games tomorrow than today. Today was not as bad as about 35 games, gurus. We're actually going to do some college basketball and NBA. I have a couple NBA games I want to get out. I'll talk about those as well today. And I want to welcome the new viewers from TikTok and X.com. Welcome to the show. And this is about our 4th month. And again, I started like in early November with the NFL, and really we didn't even do college. Matter of fact, when I first started doing the show, I wasn't releasing any games on the weekends. We were only doing the show, and that actually was worse because I wasn't putting any videos out on TikTok or the X platform, only my show, and that's how we did it that first weekend. Well, the unfortunate part is football's going, and I'm sure a lot of people would have liked it in betting the football. But after a couple of weeks of the show, then I started doing the videos on Twitter, X, and TikTok, and we've had more. That's gotten a lot more people to get involved with the games, and that's been a good thing. We got pretty hot, too, for a while during the Super Bowl. If you guys have been with me, some of you have. And our goal is to always, have those kinds of scenes. We want to maintain success, gurus. And 3-3 is average yesterday. We won because I put the best games with the right one, and that does take experience, and that's the reason why we did that. And also, Florida was our best bet. But one thing I'll add, gurus, I do have to say, and I apologize, I did switch Illinois off of the show yesterday, and I released Middle Tennessee instead at home. So I got off Illinois yesterday after the show, and if you look at the videos, you'll see that I put Middle Tennessee instead, which helped you guys because Illinois did end up losing. They lost towards near the end of the game. They had a good first half. They couldn't get it done. And I did, after evaluating the games again, gurus, when I looked at them after the show, I told Mark, I said, Mark, I think Middle 10's a better bet than Illinois. I'm gonna give Middle 10 to the viewers on TikTok and X. Now, gurus, sometimes I've done that, as you know, a couple times I've done that. I don't do it very often. Right now there's more games, there's more work because some teams are in neutral sites, some teams are at home. We got to figure out which ones, and we got to figure out how we want to bet those games. And that's going to continue through the week. So tomorrow's going to be busier. There's a lot more conference games start tomorrow, gurus. And that should benefit us as far as for us making money, Gurus. So make sure you're back with me tomorrow. There are early games in the morning tomorrow. If we have any, I will get those out to you early on the platforms, on the videos. If I can do the show and it doesn't interfere with the games that are already going, I will do a show tomorrow as well. So if we have games that come after after even 1 o'clock West Coast time, right, which is 4 East Coast, I'll still do the show because, we can talk about the games for tomorrow. It's a big board tomorrow, fairly big board, 50 plus games. So we should have some more action for you guys tomorrow. Again, any games before the show, before noon, I will put on TikTok and Twitter X videos. And just to let you viewers know who watch this show, I would follow up with the videos on TikTok and Twitter X. And why is that? Because I don't release the videos on Twitter, X, and TikTok until after the show. And sometimes I'll see something and I'll make a change to get it out. And that's just the way. But it doesn't happen a lot. But I would put, when you follow me on Twitter, X, and TikTok, you'll know when a video comes out, viewers. You guys know that. So, but just to let you know, it's good to watch the show. Nothing wrong with that. You should. I try to go over things to help describe some of the games we're playing and why. But also, as a follow-up, you want to make sure that they match. And again, so if you're a little confused, we did not release Illinois on the videos. We released Middle Tennessee for you, for the viewers who did not view the videos for some reason on Twitter X. So, but consistently, I always release the games on X and TikTok after the show. And if I need to make changes or we see any changes that have come, we go ahead and make that transition. And yesterday, I felt that was necessary. So let's go to the first round robin here, Gurus, that we have for today. And we have Butler. So we're going to stay in college for this one. So we have a couple bubble teams. I've seen Butler and Xavier both play, and I think Butler's a better team. He has a 3-guard offense. He needs to play all 3 of these guys because that's how he'll have success there today. These are tough games, meaning this team lost earlier Butler lost earlier to Xavier. They should win this game. It was a big game for them. We had them last game against St. John's, and I did release it to you guys, and that was when I almost changed to the video, but I didn't. And but they didn't get it done. St. John's is too much for this team, but Xavier is not. They can handle Xavier, Gurus. And we have basically the same number. So we want to go ahead and come back with Butler in this spot. That's why. And they're going to have to do some work, Butler. They're going to have to win some games in the tournament. They may have to go to the finals, the championship. I don't think they can. Obviously, the Big East is a top-heavy conference. There's a big difference between UConn and these other teams, and even Marquette. Now, Marquette has an injury today. They're playing UConn at home. I'm not going to probably bet the game. He's too big of a play. That's their point guard out. So I'll probably let that game go. It's not what I gave you guys today, but Loyola Chicago is a team that's basically better. They better be right today. If you can't get one, just play the money line on it. That's fine. We feel this is good value on the road. Davidson is having a bad season. They're a public team. They used to be. They're losing that. But Loyola Chicago's been pretty consistent. They're a very solid program. They won even in the Missouri Valley Conference. If you remember, this team went to, I think, the Elite Eight, I believe, one year. So they have a good program. They have I forgot her name, Sister Mary, I think. And she goes to all the home games. So look for her to be in. Oh, no, she won't be at this game. It's a road game. They're at Davidson, Gurus. So, this is a tough game, but they should win. They can handle this team. They really should. It's a revenge to Davidson from earlier, but I believe Loyola Chicago's the right position in the spot. And they may be playing for a little seeding. Some of these teams, obviously, they get buys off the early rounds. That can be favorable. And they're always trying to win teams. There are letdowns teams have, Gurus, because they don't really need to win. And trying to figure that out, that's my job, right? You know how to do, you do what you do. But I always look for the team that's more motivated when I make bets. And I think Butler is, and Loyola, they're going to be motivated, Davidson. The problem is they're not capable of winning. I don't think in this game. They're just, they're one of their worst seasons in a long time, Davidson. Now, another team here, we're going to go with Seton Hall on the money line. And this is a game, too, that they lost early to Villanova. I believe Seton Hall, I came out and said I bet them against Creighton and we got beat up, Gurus. But I'm going to come back with this team today. I don't think, this coach has lost to this coach a couple times, and he needs to establish. Seton Hall's not been playing well lately, but they've been on the road twice, right? UConn killed them, and Creighton. Those are the two top teams in the Big East. I think they come home today, they rebound off that, and they're going to play. They're motivated because Villanova has beaten them a couple times. So they're going to want to beat this team today. And to avenge certainly what's happened the last couple games, this team's kind of gotten out of themselves a little bit. Let's see if they can overcome this earlier loss and help us win today. This again, on paper, they're probably a better team this year than Villanova. And that's why we're betting this game, Gurus. But they got to prove it today, right? They got to overcome this team. They haven't been able to beat this team. They need to. And just to reestablish them, they've gotten killed 2 times in a row. So I'm really interested to see how this coach comes back today at home with this team to establish themselves, to give them their confidence back. Now Villanova's, not a team that they have confidence with, right? So they got their work cut out for them. Let's see how good of a coach this guy is. I propped him up before the Creighton game. If he loses this game, I drop him down. You can't, you don't want to go out losing now he will have a game this weekend. They all will. One more on Saturday. And then he'll get a chance to win out and not. But I think this is a big game for their confidence just to overcome and beat this team because they haven't yet. I do believe they're the better team this year. You got to prove it, Gurus. So that's our first one, Butler at home. They should win, right? Xavier, they're a better team than Xavier. And this coach needs to run. I watched Butler play against St. John's. I knew they weren't the better team. I knew it before the game. I don't feel that way in this game. This is different. And if he runs his 3 guards the way he does at times, they'll win this game. You can't defend all their guards. They have 3 good guards, Butler. They do. And they're the leading scorers, too. So they need to just keep running and moving the ball around, screening with these guys, and I believe they'll win. Loyola, they should just win this game. They're a good, solid team. They're a dangerous team in the tournament on top of it. Very good and no flaws, really. They always play well. Good program. Take advantage and beat this team down while you can. And then Seton Hall needs to overcome this matchup issue. Let's see if they can beat Nova today. Nova's got a lot of tradition. New coach, right? Last couple of years. He's trying to establish himself as a top team again. That takes time to build that. We know that, Gurus. But that's an intro game going in, getting ready for the conference tournament, the Big East tournament next week. And then we'll talk about that more when that starts. We still have 2 more games in the top conferences for this weekend left. Today will be 1 more after tonight. And that's it. Then we go into the call conference tournaments. Let's go into the next one, Gurus. Now, this one, we decided we're going to come out with a couple NBA games today. I have a misprint on the Warriors. Disregard. So the Jazz are +4, not N4. Oh, Lord. +4 Utah Gurus, all right? And they're at home against the Bulls. Bulls have one of their players out. That could help. He's a rebounder off the bench. They bring Caruso and him off the bench. But the Jazz are solid. They don't have Markkanen back yet, but I believe this 4 at home. They've been on the road for a little while, the Bulls. I think they can cover this spread tonight at home. Utah is a good home team, and even without Markkanen, they play good at home. And let's see what they can do in this game. The Jazz are probably out of the end play game. I think this injury to Markkanen probably nails them, but they're not done yet. They're going to keep trying, and they are because they're chasing the Warriors, who got completely embarrassed on Sunday when I released them at Boston. But Wiggins is back for the Warriors in this game. He is an asset to the team, as you guys know. And Greek Freak's out for this game, right? And Middleton. So they're playing without their best player. Rivers has to go on the road and try to beat the Warriors lost earlier to Milwaukee. And they have no Greek Freak. So in my eyes, we like this money line. It's -4, but you can get like 170. It's not bad for a four-point spread money line. So I would focus on betting the money line on the game. And without Greek Freak, I think this team will struggle. The Warriors got him humiliated last game. So they should come out and play like men today. And again, they have a little incentive. They lost this team, and there's no Greek Freak. I can't confirm there's no Greek Freak, but I don't see him playing tonight with a 4-point spread. I think this game would be lower if he was playing. That's my professional opinion. The Bucks have been winning. I think won like 4 or 5 in a row. Now they've been at home playing a couple weak teams, but still they were starting to win and get it together. With Greek Freak being out this game, I think that can help us get over that for this particular matchup. And the Warriors need to continue to maintain this position of being at least in an in-play situation. And that's all they can do at this moment. But this is the kind of game they need to win. They were completely humiliated last game. So let's see. Certainly Curry should bounce back. He had a bad game. They got Boston. So let's see what he does. And then we're going to go with this Rhode Island team. Now, we're entering again near the end of the season and the conferences. And Rhode Island team I've kind of stayed away from, but they came back into my picture again. And they're getting 4 at home against Mason. Mason's not that good of a team. Rhode Island can handle Mason. Let's see, I wrote it down. Yeah, let's see what they got. They're 7-9 in conference. Again, either of these teams would have to win the whole conference tournament to go in. Neither of them are doing anything. Seeding wise, Mason's probably, for seeding purposes, this could benefit Rhode Island. Again, these teams have 2 games left. We'll see what happens. I'm betting this because Rhode Island doesn't have to win. They lost this team earlier. And I'm hoping these teams can get us some money, Gurus, in this position. But that game's actually earlier in the day before the Jazz and Warriors. So I did put the NBA first here, Gurus. But these are the three teams I'm recommending you play together. They're all three at home. So hopefully we'll hold our own here, going at least 2-1. That's what we're trying to do. And there'll be more games tomorrow. It was mainly college basketball. We'll be looking to release tomorrow as well. So let's see. I think Mark might have sent some. Oh, no, my brother did. Okay. Okay. Got a little. Indeed. This is what he's going with here. Charles, money lines for all college basketball. Okay. Yeah, I agree with Iowa State. Yeah, UConn, their best players out. I believe that's Connecticut, UConn, dude. So that's going to be hard without their point guard for them to win Marquette. So I agree that's probably on the road. Oh, you like the other side. You like Davidson, huh? All right. We'll see what happens there. And then, yeah, I'm not against Jim Richmond. Charlotte, I didn't really look at that game, but I don't think I'm against that either. But these are my brother's picks. He wants to get out there. And again, tomorrow, Gurus will have more games to look at. There's a bigger board tomorrow, and more conference tournament games as well. But this is what my brother has today. So, and again, these are posted. So as long as my video's out, these games are up there. So thanks, Tina. And that gives people. You didn't put money line though. I know you like to bet money lines. So we'll talk about that later after the show. And Mark posted it. We love this time of the year. We like this time of the year, Mark. If we're winning, we love it, right? We like it. And you know what, Gurus? It's interesting when a new season, this is a new season starting, your brain has to reconfigure everything. You're used to looking at things one way, and all of a sudden, here comes a new way of looking at it. And I remember I came out here in 98, and my brother and I, this is after I first was hanging out with Mark. Mark has more experience as far as betting longer than I even. I have 30. He's got like 40. And so the conference tournaments came, and my brother and I, we thought we knew what we were doing. Well, guess what? We got beat on the first weekend. We ran out of money the first weekend. And we had to learn a lot. About college basketball, conference tournaments, different times of the year. Gurus, there's a lot to go over. Basketball, as all sports, have 3 different seasons. There's regular season, postseason, right? Preseason. And in college, they play preseason games more that count, unlike the other sports. So, but yeah, it's fascinating going through this process. It's a lot of work, just to get out. Then once you get the bets done, you have to make the decisions, and those are difficult sometimes, Gurus. And we saw yesterday, I had to switch Illinois after the show. So I still had to make a change, and that's after doing the work to get to the show. Most likely we're staying with. We've spent a lot of time on these games today, Gurus, and these picks. I got done with the work about 10:45, so we were able to put more time. These are the games we're going to go with. I just sent you my brothers, and then I want to go over this time of the year. And here we go, Gurus, for you are late to the show or just coming on. I always go over the round robins twice, right? But Gurus, it's busy. It's going to be busy this weekend. Next week it'll be more consistent, right? And then we got the tournament. I want to thank you. It's been a pleasure being with you guys this basketball season. I've caught most of this basketball season with you guys. It's been challenging for me at times, Gurus, as you know. I had the China virus. Trump won the Super Tuesday, and he actually spent time talking about the virus yesterday in his speech, acceptance speech of it being nominated. He's right there. I have his hat behind me. And he talks about it because it cost him an election in 2020, basically. This has been a devastating virus. I do bring it up on my show because it's part of the reason I started this show is I can't do some of the things I used to right now. I get out like I used to. So it changed my life. It's changed a lot of our lives. We've lost loved ones, some of us. But we're coming back from it, right, the best we can. And sports has played a big part of that, Gurus, for me. I've had the virus over a half dozen times in the last 3 years. And I've always had sports to kind of get me through it all the time, and my family, of course. But I've used sports as a tool to get through some very difficult times. And that's why I'm doing this show, because I think that's what it gives us. It allows us to focus on something else other than sometimes how difficult things get for us. I'm trying to help you compete here, and we're doing a reasonable job. And let me tell you something, Cruz, we need to do better, and I will do better. I will, because I'm getting better as I keep doing this. And the board's hard sometimes. Sometimes do a lot of work. It's thin picking these games. But just to go over them again, we have Butler on the money line. Loyola Chicago at Davidson. Dean has them. Should be an interesting game. Seton Hall on the money line. We're going to come back with them, Gurus. See what they got. Right? They've proved they can get their ass kicked the last couple of games. Let's see what you got at home. Yeah, they hired this coach for a reason. I would say this is one of the reasons. You better win this game. We'll see what they got. And then we go into the second one, the NBA. Starting to come out with some more NBA when we get opportunities. Jazz at home. And disregard the end. They're getting 4. Warriors on the money line. They shouldn't have Greek Freak tonight. That line tells me he's not playing. He's questionable, game time decision. He may play and they'll move the line down. It's possible. But I don't think so. Usually they take it off the board, but we'll see. And then Rhode Island, again, it's a poor team, and we need to come back with one of these wins with this kind of matchup. So let's see if they can at least cover the 4, this Rhode Island team. And that's how we'll play that for today. And again, no incentive for Rhode Island or Mason. Mason may want to finish 500 at the end of the year in conference. That's about it. Let's see what Rhode Island can do. There's a revenge an earlier loss, so hopefully they can compete with this team. They did add a player mid-season, and he started out winning for them, and now they're not winning with him either. But maybe they have enough to cover Gurus the 4 today. So there's our 2 round robins for you guys. And again, once college ends, we'll basically have hockey, basketball, and then baseball will start in April. So I look, that's a new season, moving into a new period of time. Preseason playoffs in the NBA, preseason hockey. These are all positioning games, trying to position themselves. So we're going to try and take advantage of, if we can, within that realm, including hockey. And that I'll be releasing those games to you guys here pretty soon. Right now, our focus is mainly on college basketball, and I talked to you about that on the show yesterday, Gurus. And that's not going to change. Tomorrow, it's just as we're committed to do a lot of games just as much as we had been today, and we know what it takes to get these games done and get them out to you. So both games I released to you guys. Now, again, to go over tomorrow, there's some early games, and that's going to be going on from now till Sunday. That means if I have an early game I want to get out to you, I may just put out one game or two games. I may not have three games, but I'll at least put the game and the time by the one game. If I like one game and I don't have two others, only because it's the tournament, I'll release one to you if that's what it takes. Just to make sure we get all the bets, and that's important. We're doing a lot of work here, Gurus. I will be releasing these secondary bets. I talked to you about that yesterday. Not this year. We'll focus on keeping it simple, and then we'll spread it out after that. So as far as this show is concerned, you want to make sure you're following me so you'll know when I put a video out. I won't do a show in the morning, so if we have anything, I'll just send it. You'll get a notice if you're following me. And then if you're doing the show, you'll get it. You'll know when I start a show. If I do, I'll have to have games later tomorrow, and I believe I will. I don't believe I'll have anything early, so I'm most likely going to be doing the show at noon to 1, and I'll be talking about the games we'll be betting tomorrow evening, so including all the sports gurus. So that's why you want to come back. You have the show, and you have the video, so you can't really miss any games. That's why I set it up that way. And it helps for marketing purposes for my show anyway. I will be putting these videos out to you gurus here after the show sometime soon. Go ahead and subscribe to the show, please. It helps me build a business. Tell your friends too. I appreciate the followers that I'm accumulating on TikTok and Twitter. So let's keep that going. And I'll keep doing what I'm doing here to help you guys, day at a time. Yesterday we had a winning day because of the round robin, and we did like those games more. That's why we put them on the same ticket. So we told you to bet more. Mark chimed in to bet more on that game. So keep coming back, Gurus. More of the same, right? More games. Mark chimes in with his opinion. My brother sent his picks out. So we're trying to help you guys. I'll get this done. And eventually I'll have a lot of followers because I'm doing this for the right reasons. We're obviously qualified to do it, but we have to continue to prove that. So good luck today, Gurus, on these games. And just know we have between now and next Saturday to make some money here, and I plan on that happening for us. And it's in a positive way. So let's make it happen today, hopefully. Yesterday we made a little money hitting that round robin. So let's get it done today, hopefully again, Gurus. So come back tomorrow about noon. And if for some reason I'm not doing this show, I'll be getting a video out at that time to you. As long as I have a video for that time or later, you'll get it. But I plan on doing the show. Most of the games are later in the day still. I plan on doing a show tomorrow. So please come back with me tomorrow. Thanks for being with me today. I appreciate it. We shoot live every day, and when we do, that's the best way to do it. And I constantly get these games out to you, and we need to have a positive day and financially today. But we have some time this week too, Guru. It's going to be busy. So come back tomorrow. I'll see you then. We'll be live. Have a great day. Have a winning day. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.